Welcome everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 1958 Aston Martin DBR1. Now this has 761 horsepower, 551 pounds-feet of torque for a 3.6 litre turbocharged inline-six engine, and the car itself now weighs 2,059 pounds. It now has the additional of all-wheel drive, and it can do 0 to 60 in 1.561 seconds and 0 to 104.145 seconds. So yeah, really rather lightweight, and that all-wheel drive system will obviously help it in terms of acceleration, but it does not have anywhere near the kind of power that we've had in other cars on this series, and because it is the second oldest car in this series so far, I am kind of worried for it because of that, and obviously the lack of power in comparison to other vehicles. So yeah, I'm not all too hopeful about this, but the lack of weight and the fact it should hopefully handle really rather well may help us surprise with this. But to be honest, yeah, I'm going to be really rather surprised if you can at least match the oldest car in this series, the Jaguar C-Type, which manages a speed of 256. So yeah, nonetheless, let's get out there and see what it can do. So yeah, my worry with this is the fact that it has so little power in comparison to other cars, is that the quicker we go, the slower it's going to get, which I know sounds a bit like an oxymoron, but obviously the faster you go in, the harder it gets to go any faster, and that's why you need more and more speed. So yeah, I am a little bit worried that the lack of power is really going to harm this as we go faster. No doubt it will do more than 200 miles an hour, but after that it's all depending on how quick the acceleration is. So yeah, we're already up to 230, 240. As you can see, the acceleration on this is not all that great once we're up to these kind of speeds, compared to the Porsche from the previous episode, and that was gaining still really rather rapidly even at these kind of speeds. So that's 245, 247, and we're off the corner. Yeah, another problem with having such an old car is obviously the handling. Even though I've had upgrades on it, it's still not going to be all that great in comparison to newer cars. Again, that lack of power is really rather harming us in terms of acceleration. Just does not have the speed. So yeah, 247 is all we got from that run. So let's turn it around on this roundabout and see if we can get any faster on the other side. It is really rather rapid up until about 200 miles an hour, but then just slows down because of that lack of power. If it had a couple of hundred extra horsepower, it would not be a lot quicker, which I know sounds obvious, but when you're dealing with these kind of speeds, that extra 200 horsepower or so will make all the difference in terms of acceleration. So obviously we are very limited in terms of space. And obviously the more power you have, the less space you need to get up to a certain rate of speed. It's like as soon as it shifts into 6th, it's just far too slow. I'm not even going to say it's really the handling that's letting it down or anything like that, it's just the general lack of power. There's no doubt with this lack of weight and the aerodynamics and the fact it's now got the handling on all-wheel drive system, that this could do better, but unfortunately 247 is all we're going to get, which is yeah, 4th from the bottom in terms of cars on this series so far, which is pretty poor in all terms, quite frankly, because that is 9 miles an hour less than the Jaguar C-Type, which is an older car than this, and yeah, it's only slightly quicker than the Mercedes-Benz SL65 and the Morgan Aero Supersports, and 8 mile an hour quicker than the Austin Healey. But yeah, it's behind the likes of the Mitsubishi GTO, which wasn't even all that impressive, the Aston Martin Vantage and the Celine S5S Raptor. So yeah, really rather disappointed in this because, you know, the lack of weight, the aerodynamics, the fact that this was hardly a slow car even back in its day, gave it the potential to be quicker than it is. But yeah, just a general lack of power through lack of engine options let this car down, because yeah, it's only this inline 6 engine and the Turbo Rally inline 4 that we had any choice from, whereas I think the Jaguar C-Type had the V12 from an Enzo or something. So yeah, that is a bit disappointing, quite frankly, and yeah, it's a shame because I do really rather like this car. I do really rather like classic 50s races like this in general, so I would have liked it to have done better, but the general lack of engine options really harmed this car's speed and obviously harmed its place in this series. So yeah, that is really rather unfortunate, but yeah, that's just the way it goes. Can't always help the engine options, and yeah, some cars are more limited than others, unfortunately. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.